Hello students, chapter 3, Plant Kingdom. This is video number 3. In this video, I'll be explaining you division 3, that is Pteridophyta. You must have seen my video 1 and video 2 of chapter 3. Video 1 was on Thylophyta, video 2 was on Bryophyta, and this is on Pteridophyta. Pteridophyta is division number 3 of Plant Kingdom. Now let us see to the salient features of Pteridophyta. Pteridophytas are found in cool, damp and shady places. Their main plant body is sporophyte. Children, you must remember that Thylophyta and Bryophyta, the main plant body was gametophyte. Whereas in Pteridophyta, the main plant body is sporophyte. Here, the main plant body is divided into true root, stem and leaf. Whereas in Bryophyta, you couldn't see true root, stem and leaf. And Pteridophyta also possess well differentiated vascular tissues, that is xylem and phloem. If you see under Pteridophyta, what comes? Ferns. Now the leaves of Pteridophyta are of two types. They may be small. If they are small, you call it as microphyll. For example, in Selaginella, you can see these are small leaves, whereas the leaves can be large or macrophylls. It is found in ferns, the ferns which you grow in your house also. Then see over here in these leaves, you can see these yellow dots. These are sporangia present on the leaves. And if the leaves, they bear sporangia, then such leaves are known as sporophylls. Many times these sporophylls, they form a compact structure. This compact structure is known as strobili or cone. You can see the cone over here. The cones are of two types, microsporangium and megasporangium. Now let us study the life cycle of Pteridophyta. Students, the spores are present in sporangia. The sporangia contains spore mother cells. These spore mother cells undergoes meiosis division to form spores. These spores germinate to give rise to a free-living photosynthetic thallus-like gametophyte known as prothallus. Let me show you the structure. See, this is the parent sporophyte. These are the leaves known as fronds. These are the sporophylls. They contain sporangia. Inside the sporangia is present the spores. When the spores are released, undergoes, you can see over here, sporangia undergoes, in the sporangia meiosis takes place and these spores are formed. These spores germinate. These spores germinate to form a thallus-like body known as prothallus. This prothallus is free living. It is green in color, that is, it can undergo photosynthesis. And this prothallus has rhizoids, which helps in attaching it to the substratum. Then this prothallus has male and female reproductive organs. You can see the female reproductive organ, the archegonia, and the male reproductive organ, the antheridia. The antheridia produces sperms, which swims and reaches to the archegonia. The sperm fuses with the egg and it forms zygote. After fertilization, this zygote divides to form a sporophyte. And this sporophyte initially is grown on the gametophyte. Later on, it becomes separate and lives a free life. So here you can see the gametophyte is not dependent upon sporophyte, and the sporophyte is also not dependent upon gametophyte. Now talking about the spores can be similar. If the spores are similar, you call it as homosporous. But the spores can be dissimilar also. If the spores are dissimilar, then the smaller one known as microspores and the slightly larger one macrospores. This dissimilar spores can be seen in Selaginella and Salvinia. Microspore gives rise to female gametophyte and macrospore, sorry, gives rise to female gametophyte, and microspore gives rise to male gametophyte. Now you have seen that the zygote develops into young embryo inside the female gametophyte. Uh, yeah, inside the female gametophyte, the zygote develops into embryo, and this event is a precursor of seed habit, and it is considered as a step of evolution. Pteridophyta is divided into 4 classes: Psilopsida, Lycopsida, Sphenopsida, and Pteridopsida. But in class 11, the classes are not further divided. You only have to learn the classes. Thank you.